I'm going to take you through my 10 questions, 10 essential questions to transform your home. These questions I adapted for my interior clients. A few years ago, I used to work as a life coach and I learned neuro-linguistic programming and clinical hypnotherapy. And with those techniques, I suppose those series of techniques, I kind of learned a structure of questions. And the questions were designed so well that they would take somebody from really not knowing what they want to helping them discover and have a really good idea of what they want. My 10 essential questions are broken up into two kind of sections, if you like. Questions 1 to 6 talk about and ask you what you currently have, what's currently going on with your home. So I'd like you to imagine that you're working on one room. So then you would ask yourself a series of questions about that room, what's currently going on there. And then questions 7 to 10, much more exciting because they get you to start to imagine what it is that you want and how you want to transform your space. And one of the most important things, I think, in transforming your home, transforming a room, transforming your space, is knowing how you want to feel. We are emotive creatures. Everything we do, I mean, if you go and see a movie, the movie was good because it made you feel something. If you go to a concert and listen to your favourite artist singing, then it was amazing because it made you feel something. So why do we not have that within our homes? Why do we not think about our homes as a place to give us some kind of emotion, some kind of feeling? So what do you need for the 10 questions, to answer the 10 questions? Well, I suggest that you get yourself a notebook. I've also made a PDF, a downloadable PDF, which I will leave a link in the description for you to go and download that. But get yourself a notebook or one particular place for your project. Say, for instance, you're working on your hallway, which is what I'm doing. I'm going to take you to my hallway in a second. Say, for instance, you're working on your hallway. You want to have your notebook so it's got all your measurements in it, any swatches, names of suppliers, conversations that you've had, budget workings out, how much things are going to cost. And you can just have it in one central place. So like I said, this is pretty inexpensive and it's from Muji. Wherever the space is that you want to transform, if you can be in it, that's fantastic. If not, then I want you to just imagine, or maybe you might even have photographs of it if you can't be in that actual space. And then what I want you to do is to do the exercise whilst either being in the space, imagining the space, or looking at photographs of your space. So we are all incredibly creative people. I work with people who say, I'm not creative, but listen, if you've got an imagination, you are creative. So part of what you're going to do with these 10 questions, especially the 7 to 10 questions, is imagine, is to just conjure up ideas for yourself that will get you really excited. So let's go to my hallway. So here I am in the hallway, and as you can see, it is in need of a little bit of love, in need of a lot of love actually. So what I want to do is I just want to take you through the 10 questions, through the PDF itself. It's really, really simple. And remember, questions 1 to 6 about what currently is going on, and questions 7 to 10 is about what you want to create using your imagination. That's all you have to do, is use your imagination. Remember, I said that we're all creative because we've all got imaginations. So questions, I'm not going to answer as in, I'm not going to say what my answer is, but I just want you to hear what the questions are. So question number 1 is, which room or rooms are you going to transform? Of course, for me, it's hallway. Even though I said I wasn't going to answer, then I did. Question number 2 is to either be in the space or imagine yourself in the space. And now I've added, or look at a photograph of the space and ask yourself, how do I currently feel in this space? And then number 3 is, what's not working? So have a look around, really look and delve deep and write down what isn't working in that space, what isn't working in terms of how it functions, and also in terms of how you feel about it. Number 4 is, when did you change it, or when was the last time you changed or decorated it? Number 5 is ask, is there a particular area that needs more attention? Question number 6 is, what particular event or situation or happening has caused you to want to change it now? And then, as I said, we move on to the more exciting and imaginative and creative part of the 10 essential questions, of my 10 essential questions. So question number 7 is, how would you love to feel in your space? How would you love to feel? And in this part, what I want you to do is I want you to use emotion words. How do you want to feel? Happy, joyful, energized. And question number 8 is to list all the decor ideas that will help give you that feeling. Question number 9 is, what I want you to do for this question is to close your eyes and go into the future, and you're going to imagine the space transformed. You're going to imagine that it has been recreated exactly as you want, to give you the feelings that you want. And then you're going to answer these questions. What do you see? What do you feel? And what do you hear? And if you want to take it even a step further, write all of this down in your notebook. And if you want to take it even a step further, are there any smells? Pleasant smells, obviously. And is there anything in particular that you can hear? That all these things that give you that feeling that you identified in question number 7. And then question number 10 is just, what else do you notice in your transformed space? What else do you notice? Well done. So we're going to go back into the studio now, and we're just going to wrap up. But remember, if you want to download the 10 questions, then do pop over to my website and you can download the 10 essential questions to transform your home. Okay, so that was my hallway. It's it's really, as you can see, in need of a lot of love and a lot of attention, and I'm really excited to do this project. And unfortunately, this video isn't one of those where I say, this is my hallway, and then I click my fingers and it's done. But over time, I'd be really love to show you the workings out and how I transform the hallway. So please do share the 10 questions with your loved ones, especially if you know that you've got some ideas, but you don't feel super confident. This exercise will really help with your confidence, because what the 10 questions do, especially questions 7 to 10, because there's so many decisions to be made when you're transforming a space, there's so many decisions with interior design and interior decorating, that when you know how you want to feel, you can always keep checking back in. Does this fit? Does this vibe with that? Does that fit into how I want to feel? Does that piece of furniture or that bit of lighting or that colour or the flooring, does it fit with how I want to feel? So this is like your starting point, your kind of jumping off point, where you just kind of like just allow everything to just bubble up. And then of course, as you go through the process of transforming your home, then of course, you know, you start to pare back and edit decisions and edit ideas, but you've always got, which is what this is like a blueprint. You've always got this blueprint to go back to and say, does this fit? So thank you very much for joining me on my new channel. Please, if you do like this video, then of course I'm going to ask you to subscribe. Remember that you can download the PDF workbook. It's called 10 Essential Questions to Transform Your Home. You can download that by popping over to my website, and please do that and share it with friends and family. Use it and share it, and then let me know how you get on in the comments below.